Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. My name is Mohammed Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. In today's video, we will have Google Cloud Platform tutorial for beginners. So before diving into our main topic, let's first understand the basic concepts related to cloud platforms. So basically, cloud platform is just like a system which is composed of some software and some hardware resources. But the only difference is it lies on the data servers and data centers which are accessed by the internet. So just like people buy or use the services or resources on rent, same goes with cloud services, as people can buy or rent these resources, which are servers, computing devices, storage, databases, software, and network, etc. But all these things are accessed by using the internet. Let's talk about type of cloud platforms. In general, we have three types of platform which are public, private, and hybrid cloud platform. Public platform. In public clouds, we have clouds which are from the third party and people use them. For example, we have cloud services which are offered by Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, etc. Benefit of using public cloud platform is that many people can use them at the same time and they are relatively less expensive as compared to the other cloud platform types. Now let's talk about private platform. As the name suggests, they are in use of only single organization or group has developed a cloud platform which only they use. It is usually resides in on-site data center or any third party will provide these services. Hybrid platform. As the name suggests, this is the combination of both public and private cloud platform. The data, applications, processes, and communication moves between the both as per the need. This gives the great opportunity to the organizations to develop their infrastructure and optimize it with respect to the security and other features. So, in hybrid platform, we get both sort of services, private one and the public one as well. Now let's talk about what is cloud computing. By cloud computing, we mean to access and store the data and computing services over the internet. When we use cloud data, we do not need to have data and resources to be available on our system locally. We have the ability to access all the needed resources through the cloud. One benefit with cloud computing is that the resources are flexible, means if we need more resources, we can have extra resources immediately because cloud offers the great scalability. In cloud computing, we use the software and hardware to deliver the services to consumers who can access these services over the network. We can use the dedicated resources or we can have the pool of resources which we can use to offer and deliver these services. Using these services, people can access any application, website, or files over the network. In cloud computing, it has the ability to restore and back up the data on its own. We have unlimited storage capacity and it is more reliable because in cloud computing, we get the same resources which service provider use for themselves. And at last, it is very cost efficient model. Sometimes companies work on projects which require broad network access. In simple words, the company may require the resources which are geographically distributed. So cloud computing provides these resources, or you can say pool of resources at a very low cost. Those resources can be dedicated or can be the shared one. One of the other feature of cloud computing is elasticity. Means you can have the resources instantly whenever you need them to scale your website or the application. For example, we have launched a new web application and as per our idea and estimation, we expected certain number of users on our website. But as time went by, numbers started to get increased and due to that, load on the website also started to increase. So we want a solution which can handle this dynamism and scalability or resources as needed on demand. Cloud computing is the solution for this problem. because in cloud computing we can have as much resources as per our need at instant of time. The question arises here, why organizations and companies go for cloud computing and its services? One of the reasons was the ability of co-location, mean business has data coming from different locations and needs to be handled. Instead of buying the costly equipment and resources, cloud computing allows to gather all the data at one place from all the locations. So that is why companies and organizations are going for cloud computing. Now, let's talk about why cloud computing. Let's say we have our website developed and there are 100 pages in our website and we want to share that website with the people. And imagine there is no cloud computing, how we can share our website with the public. For that purpose, we need to buy a server and host it with some data center. Then we also need an IP address for public to access our website. After that, we need to install an operating system into our server and we need some web services to run our website. Getting only here will cost you hundreds of dollars. And what if in future we need more resources for our website? It means that we need to buy more servers and resources. So all of this is very expensive and very hectic procedure. Now let's take the same scenario and talk it in terms of cloud computing. Now we do not need to buy any physical servers and we do not need to install any operating system or web services on our server. We can rent the servers for as long as we want and they are cheaper than buying. And we do not need to manage the web services and operating system on the servers, as the service provider will take care of it itself. Along with that, the most beneficial advantage with cloud computing is we do not have to worry about fault tolerance. Mean, in case if there is some problem with the website, we do not need to worry, as the service providers is responsible for that as well. We have seen the rise of cloud computing in the last decade like nothing before, and everyone wanted to have its data, application and websites on the cloud. Few of the famous cloud services providers are like
Microsoft Azure,
Oracle, Google Cloud, SAP, Amazon Web Services, etc. Now question arises, why Google Cloud Platform? Well, Google differs from other services provider in many ways. First of all, the security model of Google is an end-to-end process, and it was built after the experience of 15 years. The focus while developing the security model was to keep customers safe on the Google and its application. In Google Cloud Platform, we only have to pay when we use the services. Means we only pay for the minutes in which we have used the cloud services. We will have an example about this billing system at the end of this video. So that is the great advantage of using the Google Cloud Platform. Google offers business insights because of its innovation in big data. In Google, we have MapReduce, Dremel, BigQuery and other platforms which are used for the processing of batch data, real-time data, and also performs machine learning, intelligent data preparations, etc. on the data. And because of those processes, we get business insights which are generated after refining the big data from all those tools and technologies. So after that, we get refined insights which are really helpful in the generation of our businesses. Eco-friendly. Google's data center run on 100% renewable energy where it is possible, and other than that, they run on half of the energy of the typical data center. Now let's talk about global availability. Google used the advanced software-defined networking and edge caching services to deliver consistent, fast and scalable performance. Now let's see and talk about what is Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform is a combination of different services which it offers to its consumer and users. These are the same services which Google uses for its own applications as well, like YouTube, Gmail, etc. It is an assurance that Google provides the same services to the users which it uses for itself. we get some of the benefits, like we get high productivity, quick collaborations as teams can communicate over the internet and can monitor the work and progress over the internet. As these services are cloud-based, user can work from anywhere and it saves the time and cost. Less data stored on devices which can be vulnerable, so it adds an extra layer of advantage in terms of security. It provides high security as these services are same which Google uses for itself. So obviously Google would prefer to use the secure services for its gigantic application and services. It is very reliable, means down rate of these services is almost zero, and if it exists, it is very negotiable. It is flexible. We can scale the resources as per our need. And most importantly, it is cost efficient and effective platform. Now, let's have comparison of some cloud services providers. We will compare Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, and Amazon Web Services. I will use the same features to compare all these three. First of all, let's talk about the compute services. In Google Cloud Platform, we have App Engine and Compute Engine. So these are used to deploy your applications or your websites. In Azure, we have Platform as a Service, which is also known as PaaS. In Amazon, we have WS Beanstalk and Elastic. Now let's see storage services. In Google Cloud Platform, cloud storage and transfer appliances are used for storage services. In Azure, we have file storage and disk storage, which performs the storage services for Azure Cloud Platform. In Amazon, we have Simple Storage Service, which is very famous one, and it is also known as S3. Now let's talk about the backup services. In GCP or Google Cloud Platform, we have Nearline and Coldline, and they are used for frequent and infrequent data access respectively. In Azure, we have archive storage, and in Amazon, we have Glacier. If we talk about the security, in Google Cloud Platform, we have Cloud Security Command Center, while Azure provides Azure Security Center, and in Amazon, we have AWS Security Hub. If we talk about the locations, Google have the presence in over 200 countries, while in Microsoft Azure, it has 55 regions and it has presence in 155 countries. In Amazon, it has 70 zones and almost 22 regions. Now let's talk about the serverless computing. And this is one of the most important feature of any cloud platform. In Google Cloud Platform, we have Cloud Function. It is used to run the code in the cloud, and it is available highly and has almost zero fault rate. In Azure, we have the phenomenon of functions. Function allow the user to make application without the servers, and user can use any programming language of their choice. In Amazon Web Services, we have a Lambda, which is very famous one, and it is used for the execution of backend code of application and websites, and also scales the resources when needed. Now, let's talk about some of the advantages of all these three. First of all, let's talk about the Google Cloud Platform. Its pricing is better than any else cloud service provider. We can do live migration of virtual machines in it. It is open source and portable. It offers multiple backups. For security, it has Cloud Security Command Center. Now, if we talk about Microsoft Azure, it is the second largest cloud service provider after the Google Cloud Platform, and it can be integrated with Microsoft tools and softwares. It has the support for open source. For security, it has the Azure Security Network, and it is good for new startups and new developers. And at the last, let's talk about Amazon Web Services. It has easy access to the resources, and it has high speed and agility. It offers mature and extensive services, and it is flexible and has a range of services. At the end, it is secure and reliable. Now let's talk about some of the disadvantages of these cloud service providers. In Google Cloud Platform, support fee is little heavy and depends on the kind of solution you are interested in. It has complex pricing scheme, and downloading the data from Google Cloud Server is also not free. And that is why Microsoft Azure is better for the new developer or new startups because it has a simpler pricing scheme. But if you are good with pricing scheme and you have no worry about paying a bit extra, then Google Cloud Platform outrun every other cloud service provider. Now let's talk about the disadvantage of Microsoft Azure. It has inefficient management of tools and GUI, and it has integrated backups. As the backup process needs a great deal of resources and stress on the entire platform, and data is sent from multiple and different locations simultaneously to a dedicated server. So when this data become integrated, it puts more burden on the network, and this results into non-optimal performance of the platform. So that's why we say that integrated backup is not optimal in Microsoft Azure. In Microsoft Azure, platform as service has inefficient ecosystem. Now let's talk about Amazon Web Services. In Amazon Web Services, we have to pay technical support fee, and it has network connectivity dependency, and at the end it has a little bit more downtime as compared to other service providers. So this was all about the introduction and basics of cloud platforms, and we also talked about Google Cloud Platform in detail. Now it's time to have our hands on a little bit of experience. And let's deploy a simple app on Google App Engine. I will deploy a simple Hello World app on Google, and I'll show you how to do it. So first of all, I'll come here in my Google Cloud Platform and I'll create my new project. For that purpose, click on this button, and from here click on New Project. So I'm going to name it Example Project. Click on Create, and our new project is created here. So just click on it. So now we are into our new project. Now to open Google Cloud Shell, just write Google Cloud Shell in your browser and hit enter and click on first link. It will take you to the official website of Google Cloud Platform. From here, click on Go to Console and wait for a little bit. Eventually, something will open like this. We have to wait a little bit as our shell is been opening up. Now as you can see that our shell is opened up, and from here we have the option to open this in a new window. For that purpose, just click on this button which says Open in New Window. Click on it, and what it will do, it will open your shell in a new tab, and now you are good to go. And here I'll write G Cloud Projects List and hit enter. So this is the list of projects which are available in my Google Cloud Platform, and if you can see, this is the project which I have just created. Now we will work in this project. So before that, we need to have App Engine API enabled, and for that purpose I'll head back to my console. From here, click on its dashboard and click on Enable APIs and Services, and in here look for App Engine API, and here it is. Just click on it. What it will do, it will take care of all the resources which are needed to deploy the app and resources which are needed for computation. So in simple words, we do not have to worry about anything like platform or the infrastructure anymore, as App Engine will take care for all of it. So from here, just click on Enable and our API will get enabled here. Now let's head back to our Cloud Shell, and here we will enter to this project in which we want to work. For that purpose, I'll write G Cloud config set project, and I'll pass the ID of the project in which I want to work. So I want to work in this project, and this is its ID. I'll copy this and I'll paste it here, and after that hit enter. And now it says updated property. So now as we are into our new project, we need an app engine where we can deploy our application. So to have an app engine, we will head back to our console, and from here, if we click on dashboard and from here look for app engine. Here it is, just click on it. And here you can see that It says create application, means at this time there is no app engine which has been created for our application. So for that purpose we will create an app engine. Head back to Cloud Shell and here write G Cloud app create, hit enter. Now it is asking about the region where we want to have our app engine, and for the moment I'm going with South America East and its number is 14. Just give the number and hit enter. Now it will process our request and in a little bit of time it will create an app engine for the project. So now our engine has been created. If we head back to our console and if we reload this page, and here you can see that it says your app engine application has been created. Now head back to Cloud Shell. Now it's time to get clone of our repository where our application lies. By default, Google has created a repository for Python program which we can use for learning purpose. And here it is. This is the link for clone and this is the repository where the actual program lies. So first of all, we will clone the repository, and for that purpose, I'll copy this link and I will paste this here. After that, just hit enter. So now it says it's already exists in my system. So that's why it says it cannot be created. In your case, it will create for you. After that, I'll ls here. And here you can see that it says Python docs samples, Python and other folders here. So we will head to Python docs sample. For that purpose, write cd python dash, and if I hit tab here and now hit enter. Now if I again ls here, so we have app engine, we have billing, we have asset, we have different things. So now we want to go into our app engine. For that purpose, just write cd app and hit tab and hit enter. Now we are into our app engine, just ls here. And now we have 3 more directories here. And for now we will go to standard Python. For that, just write cd standard, and if you hit tab and hit enter, it will take you to that folder. Now if you ls here, now these are the directories or these are the files which I have available in my standard Python directory. From here, I want to go to my hello world. Let me make an understanding here. If I go back here, and here you can see that this is the directory which contains the sample code for hello world. And this is the same path which I have covered in ls and cd commands. For example, first of all, I went into my app engine. And from there, I went into my standard Python, and from there, I have these folders. If I come here, as you can see that from Python doc samples, it is going into app engine, and from there, it is going into standard Python, and at the last, it has hello world. So now what I will do, I'll cd hello world, hit enter, and now we are on to our hello world. Now we are done with every step which was needed to set up our application, and we are left with only one step, which is to deploy the application. For that purpose, just write g cloud app deploy app.yaml YAML and just hit enter. Now it is asking if we are sure or not. Yes, we are sure. Press Y and hit enter. One thing is very interesting here. This is the link where our application will be live. So if I copy this link here, and if I go into new tab, and from here, if I paste this link and hit enter, so at the moment it is showing me the error. So the problem is it will take some time to actually make our application go live. So here again, if I paste that URL again and hit enter, and here you can see that it shows hello world, which means our app is live and can be accessed. So this was a small example. And if we go back to our app engine, and from here, and here is our app engine, and from here just click on the dashboard. What it is doing now, it is showing us all the statistics, performance, and we can see that our application is running at the moment. And here is all the information related to it. And our app is now costing us money. Or you can say that it is billing now, as these are the rates which are suggested per hour, per million ops, and these are different instances. So these are all the statistics or data about our recent app which we have just generated and deployed on the app engine. Now, if you want to disable this app, for that purpose, just click on settings here, and from setting just click on disable application. For that purpose, just copy this because this is the ID and it needs to be pasted here, and just click disable. Now our application has been disabled successfully. And if you remember, when we were talking about the features of Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services, I told you about Google Cloud Platform that it only charges when we use the services. So now as we have disabled the service or disabled our application, so it will not charge us anymore. So that's it in this video. In this video, we talked about Google Cloud Platform, how it works, and why we should opt for Google Cloud Platform, and we also had its comparison with other cloud service providers. And at the end, we tried to deploy an app on App Engine. So I hope you like this video. Please give a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, as this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. See you in another video.